Ball game. Entering team select screen. The Baltimore Ravens, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff, and it should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears. And this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
Entering play call screen. Onside recovery. Return left.
The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Formation, play type, error, option, RPO, option, red option.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Quick pass, standard pass, shotgun pass, mesh spot, jet angle.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cross button.
Fields now to
Circle
throw.
button. Circle button.
And this is incomplete.
They've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive. They had a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He ends up getting 7. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
24 zone open.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Try to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Fields.
Circle button. Triangle button.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now it's Fields. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Categories. We have 30 up, west, on plan, clear. There are 8 categories. Formation. There are 8 categories. Play type, there, run, pass, shotgun pass, there are 6 mesh, spot, slant, sail.
On 4th down, Fields able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
AHB glove dive, zone weak.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
24 zone open.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the open.
Entering. Connection lost pop-up. You have lost your connection to the EA servers. You will be unable to access any online features until you sign into the EA servers again. See EA.com/enable to connect for additional information. OK. Entering main menu screen. Franchises select. Ultimate Team. Franchises select. Entering. Pop-up. Resume.
Welcome back, everybody, to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Bear football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 1.
On plan, there are 8 categories. Let's get coach suggestions. There are on plan, there are 8 player, there are 8 formation, there are 8 play type, option, RP, option, red option.
A chance for the first score this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bears are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
But Jackson going to hold on to it again.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And they kept it simple there, CD. Only needed a short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Throwing is Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Return left is selected.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a big priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Quick pass, arrow, standard, shotgun pass, mesh spot, jet angle, mesh, slant, sail, slants.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A shotgun snap, Fields. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your line and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Grant. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
Play action. It's Fields.
R1 button. Triangle button.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Pickens. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot and catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Entering play call, AHD blood dive, zone weak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he gets flipped up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
50 options, 24 zone and selected.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
7-all is the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gunn, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Fields.
Square button.
Finds Pickens outright.
20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago.
George Pickens, 61 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races. And there he goes.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And Garibay on to attempt the point after. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Entering play call, special teams would have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
And now here come the Ravens. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson.
Montgomery, another target and catch.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's box. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Jordan Stout now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be taken at the 13. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Standard pass, shotgun pass, play action pass, sprint HB flat, toggle slide, all-wide drag wheel.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Fields. He's got this to Pickens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Entering play call, sprint HB flat, play type, there are, run. Counter, there, H. Outside handoff, inside hand, H, zone, and around lid. Cross button.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Shotgun, mesh spot, jet angle.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cross button.
Now Fields.
Triangle button.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Entering play call, shotgun pass, mesh spot, jet angle, verticals Y shape, jet angle.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields now to throw.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Entering play call, shotgun pass, there, play type, there, run.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Entering play call, shotgun pass. There are 6 categories.
After
You
review
have
of the play,
97
ruling
options.
on the field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and
Stance.
he'll have to be careful
Play
from
type,
here on out
run.
because he'll only have one challenge
Pass.
remaining.
Option. Option. Red option.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. A little juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Holding. Offense.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
Shovel option is selected. Play type, RPO, off, run, pass. Quick pass, there are 6 categories. Y-stick, standard pass, corner stops.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
R1 button.
Fields.
R1 button. R1 button. Square button.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And corner stops. Play type, there, run. Outside handoff, QB run. Inside hand, AHB glove dive. 24 zone open.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Cross button.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, you gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
24 zone open.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down.
The 71 yards rushing for him now in the 1st half of this Super Bowl.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Cross button.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Isaiah Pacheco. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bears continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Garibay on for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Entering franchise. Call to chat stats. Coaching. Pop-up menu. Medical center is selected. Entering injury. Player name J. Johnson. Player name D. Armstrong. Position Ray. Injury type bruised sternum. Injury length out for game. Injury length 1 week. Injury length TBD. Injury type hip. Position L. Player name T. Gibson. Ravens selected. Player name Hio Jago. Player name T. Jones. Position DT. Injury type ankle sprain. Injury length 2 quarters. Injury position DT. Player name T. Jones. Player name Hio Jago. Position lobe. Injury type turf toe. Injury length placed on error. Injury length out for game. Injury type dislocated shoulder. Position T. Player name M. Andrews. Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Read option, here's Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. And here he's got Grant.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
There are 6 categories.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense. Coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Return left is selected.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be, but still all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this will be a Bears 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Entering play call, inside and AHP blunt dive. 24 zone open. AHP sting.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give up the middle. And some room to maneuver.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 99 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Entering play call, inside handoff, play type, formation, there are 8, player, there are 8, Calvin Ridley, corner stops.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
But now a design run for Ridley.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it will set them back for 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Entering play call, Calvin, player, curl commit. Calvin Ridley, corners, hockey curl.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Square button.
Now it's Fields.
Circle button.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
He decided to run an inch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Categories: option, run, pass. Quick pass, there are 6. Standard, shotgun pass, mesh spot.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Cross button. Cross button.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
After review the
You
play,
have 18 options.
field goal,
The challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Kick FG holder, field goal 58 yards. On plan, there are player, there are 8 cat. Formation, there are 8 cat. Play type, there run, pass. Shotgun pass, there play action, shotgun pass, mesh spot, slant, sail.
They snap it to Fields.
Square button.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
Entering play call, shotgun pass. There are 6 categories. You have 97 options. Jet and goal is selected.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl.
Entering play call, shotgun, play, run. pitch, intercept, out, inside handoff. AHD blunt dive, 24 zone open, AHD sting.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Entering play call, inside handoff, option, run, pass. Quick pass, error 6 cat, standard pass. Shotgun pass, mesh, sail.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Entering play call, shotgun pass, error 6, mesh, slants.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Mesh spot, jet angle.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields. And again back to Komet. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Well, that's complete. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 8 categories, you have 15 options, add event to selected. On plan, there are 8, player, there are 8 categories, formation, there, iPhone, played, run, pass, shotgun pass, there, mesh, slants, sail.
Now on comes the Bears offense as he'll be called in to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Fields, and he's got it. So they try for 2, successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So a big play there, not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend it.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call second change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On second and very short, Jackson. 7 yards there and a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Entering play call, run, pass, shot, play action pass, pass sprint HB, bounded slide, pass sprint, putty seam, pass sprint HB flat, option is set to end of putty seam, pass sprint HB flat, bounded slide, wide drag wheel.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Square button.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission.
Entering play call, play action pass, Bears, pass sprint HB flat, putty seam, pass sprint HB flat, putty, pass sprint HB flat, bounded slide, wide drag wheel. Wide drag wheel, Jeep curl.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And you'll see they've had success running the football, and that bodes well for their chances of lifting that Lombardi trophy. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they didn't have quite the same kind of success running the football, but still, not bad for one half of play. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That's the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. That's taken it around the 40. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Play tight, there are 8 cat run. Counter, there pitch, outside handoff, pitch. Inside handoff, AHP blunt dive.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Entering play call, mesh spot, Jet angle. Y curl.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields.
Cross button.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Entering play call. Shotgun pass. Play type. Run. Pitch. There are 7. Out. Inside. AHB blunt. 24 zone open.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Entering play call. AHB blunt dive. 24 zone open. Play option. Pass. Shotgun pass. Y curl.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Jet angle. Y curl.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Entering plate. Mesh spot. Jet angle.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. George Pickens. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bears are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are
Garabayon who tipped the point after.
Options. Add event to selected.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt they'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Dominique Robinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken inside his own 40. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Fields going to keep it running right. A beautiful fake. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Entering play call, red option.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Fields going to keep it once more. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He's had success running the football on this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to him.
And Parker, I think the more you see him play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Pass.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Entering play, Osprente, Patisi. Play type, formation, right. Play, run, pass. Play action, screen pass, shotgun pass, verticals Y shape. Jet angle. Mesh spot. Jet angle.
So still 14 yards to go. Second down.
R1 button.
Fields.
Square button. Square button. Triangle button.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
And it's over to sacks in this game. This one, the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Jet angle. Y curl. Corner strike.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Cross button. Cross button.
Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Formation, there are 8 play type, there are 8 categories. There are run, pass, shotgun pass, there are Y curl, jet, Y curl.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Entering play call, coach subject, FG holder, field goal, unplanned, there are 8 player, there are 8 cap, formation, there are play type, run, pass, shotgun pass, there are mesh, jet angle, Y curl.
On 4th down, Fields.
Circle button.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Finds his man over the middle. It's likely.
And he'll
have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Calling a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Montgomery back to the ground. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
There are 6 categories.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Jackson. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Once more Montgomery. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Categories.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is third and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
There are 6 categories.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Here's Jackson to throw. touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Return button.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Pass. Shotgun pass. Standard pass. Corner stops.
Fields now to throw.
Cross button.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Entering play call, standard pass. There are 6 categories. You have 22 options. T-drive is selected. Corner stops. T-drive.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Play call,
and we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
R1 button.
Now Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Play high. There are 8. Run. Pass. Step. Shotgun pass. Y curl. Corner strike. Forward kills. Circle button.
A shotgun snap,
button.
Fields.
Circle button.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Option is set to undefined. Jet angle. Mesh spot slants. Sail. 4 verticals. Stick.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To the air again, Fields. Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
97 options. Jet and goals. Play height. There are 8. Run. Pitch, error 7, outside handoff, inside handoff, AHP blank dot, 24 zone open.
2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the first times all night, he's going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Bears on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right.
Triangle button. Square button.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you'd think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Screen pass. Play shotgun pass. White curl.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Square button. Triangle button.
This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Entering play call. Mesh spot. Jet and go. White curl.
2nd down and 3.
R1 button.
Back to throw.
Cross
Fields.
button. Triangle button. Circle button. Triangle button.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Jalen Reeves-Maybin coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Slants.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Cross button.
Now it's Fields.
R1 button. Cross button.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 21. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Y shake. Jet. Slants. Cross button.
On 1st down,
button.
Fields.
Triangle button. R1 button. R1 button. R1 button.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
interception has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Pass. Shotgun. Play action pass. Shotgun pass. Mesh spot. Jet angle. Y curl.
They snap it to Fields.
Triangle button.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man is Duvernay.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. You're willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Complete to Likely.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Entering play call. Run. Pitch. There are 7. Outside. Inside him. AHB blunt dive. 24 zone open.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. We're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here's Fields. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Again, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. George Pickens with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bears are starting to pull it on to the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Out is
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From the 29, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. On target to his man, Likely. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. To throw again on second down. Jackson feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Inside handoff, AHD blunt dive, 24 zone open.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Pass, special, repeat, special. Clock management, fixed, spike, moving heel.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
Entering post-game screen, you have 5 options. Finish game is selected.